biggest concern about the Seattle team is, their defense. Now they're going to get a couple of players back. Let's say trading for Dunlap. But Michael, they could struggle again today against the 49ers.
Okay, this is the third one back. The 22 JF6. 22 JF6. Supposed to clock out maximum 195 milliamps. So we're at 150, 60, 70. Okay. It's an RCA. Victor.
I think they like being the underdog. People that aren't getting that game later today, Howie, are getting the Chicago Bears at 5-2, hosting 4-2 New Orleans.
Yeah, it's big for both teams. New Orleans won 3 straight.
So you got your horizontal output tube here. Damper width is right there.
One thing that really has been a constant with them is funneling the ball through Alvin Kamara, both on the ground and in the air.
I didn't clean that.
Particularly in the weather conditions and
okay, you got an audio output 12FX5. This is that 15, I can't never remember it, 15KY8 vertical oscillator and output. This is that multi-component deal. I believe it's bad. I think it's like 268K resistors with your center tap of the 268Ks, and it's got like a 0.001, 0.0018, and like the picofarad, something on the picofarads end. I don't know what end is what, but okay. First IF, second IF. This thing here, I think is the 6GH8A. Yeah, it is. And this is this other thing. It's sound 8FQ7 ringing coil. I like it when it has a separate ringing coil and the horizontal hold. I believe that's contrast and vertical hold, I believe. Yeah, it's getting wax build up in here, so I want to shut it off and check the flyback temperature with my hand. So I'll definitely be rebuilding this thing and replacing everything in the vertical area. This thing, I don't know what the plate capacitor is for. It's probably whatever that transformer is for. That's probably like a video trap and the sound takeout to knock out the video interference, maybe? I don't know. Vertical output, I'm assuming. This thing here is some fuddy-duddy transformer. Your trap. It's very snowy yet. I'm not sure. I just got this thing, so very snowy.
Vote Michael Strahan to give Jimmy Johnson's Hall of Fame induction speech. A real friend.
Yep.
Sits at the desk.
Vote for Howie.
And I approve this message. When Michael Strahan was inducted into the Hall of Fame, who did he choose to give his speech? That's right, Jay Glazer. And
Yep.
claims Jay Glazer isn't worthy to give Jimmy Johnson's speech. Nice try, Michael. Vote Jay Glazer, a man with experience.
You know why Michael Strahan chose Jay Glazer to give his Hall of Fame induction speech? Because Jay got on his knees and begged. There, the truth's out. Vote Michael Strahan.
Oh, yeah? You know that gap in Strahan's team is fake. We're right. Jay over Strahan.
Guys, I hate to break it to you, but I'm not asking either one of you to induct me into the Hall of Fame. I'm Jimmy Johnson.
170.2. This thing here. Okay. Here's what we got. Tuner. This one was bad. I replaced it with a Radio Shack one. Supposedly new old stock. Bad short. That was really bad on both. That thing was really bad. This thing. I thought that would cure my snowy problem and stuff. This one here is bad. I haven't replaced it. Bad short. So maybe that's my snow. I do have 40H7, 40H7 to 40J7s, and they may work there. This thing here I replaced with a 11 kV8, a used one. Tested good. Video and automatic gain control. Bad short on that. If I had it handy, I'd look inside, see what side it was for. This one, realistic. I have sync. See, this side was weak. And this one had a small short. They both had. Oh, there I forgot an L, I guess. Oh well, big deal. Here we this one is sound. Again, I did a realistic thing. That one didn't look new. I don't believe. That was really bad. Short. My sound used to disappear. Then it would mysteriously come back. This thing I don't have. Vertical tested good. Horizontal oscillator tested good. That tested good. 8FQ7 horizontal output, high voltage rectifier, amazingly checked good, but that's the big bottle. I think big bottle high voltage rectifiers are better than the 9-pin. Picture tube, I don't test them. I might test it someday. Damper tube tested good. And I do have the schematic in this thing. I use this for a magnifying glass, plus reading glasses, so this is it. That has the bad short. So, the only bad thing about these is this binding. It really sucks, because when I was looking at this tube, I noticed that the beam forming plates, or grid number 3, wasn't tied to the cathode, so I had to verify it and make sure it was pin 8. But I want to do things to lighten the load on this here flyback if I can. There's the width control. So I will replace this 0.047. I have an orange drops only at 400 volts. I'm assuming that will want 1000 volts because of the horizontal sawtoothy stuff. And same here. I either got a 0.022 or a 0.047. My maroon ones, I'm not sure what I have, but that would be the orange drop. Same thing here. I would have an orange drop to cover that. follow back here from the control grid. DC blocker. 0.0033. I don't know. So right now I'm just interested in everything that would affect the control grid voltage. So I never checked this with my VTVM. I just put the tubes in and want to get the current of the horizontal output cathode. So that must be 200 picofarads. That's coming from here. DC voltage travels that way. Cathode to plate. That must be picofarads. I have to see what my asterisk says. This is what? That must be feedback and for power supply and automatic gain control or whatever. Automatic gain control. Asterisks. I don't know where they're at. Here's that fuddy-duddy transformer. But I think if that thing ever went bad, all you got to do is disconnect it and hook this to there. Filaments are hooked and rid that. What does that do? I don't get it. It's not like an isolation transformer. This thing here, I know where that's at. This is, I want to check on this. It looks like there's just two pieces of wire wrapped together like a broke or something before. And I don't know why they put the fuse to ground. Neutral. Hot. On-off switch is here, so what's that? Maybe that's a circuit breaker. 101. That must be stand for that. So I don't know. But my problem is here. So here's this deal. So I figure it's a 68K to another 68K with a center tap between the two 68Ks. So you'd have that on that end. This would be at the center tap of the two 68Ks and 190 picofarads. I'll have to replace that 0.018, which I don't think I have. 0.022 in an orange drop, maybe. 0.03 I don't have. Maybe a 0.047. I don't know. If I do replace them, I'll do them one at a time and see how I can adjust things. 0.0027. I got 0.00 in orange drops, but I don't know. This is probably going to want 1,000 volts or something there. Maybe. For the sawtooth frequency, the kicker. So, I guess that's it. And this here, where is it? What do we got going here? We got the. I see the test points on there. Vertical rate for, so I think 2 milliseconds. Second detector. Second detector. I don't know what that means. Horizontal output grid. I know what that is. Put it to horizontal rate, which is 4 or 5 clicks to the right on the frequency. Vertical rate, 2 milliseconds, 1 or 2 milliseconds. I have to know my rate there. Around 15,000, 17, 16,000. I don't know what the milliseconds are. Vertical output grid, only 28 volts. So what happened there? Pin 9. Video amplifier plate, that's the 11 kV8. Pin 9 again, so you check it twice, one at the vertical rate, which would be like the 1 or 2 milliseconds, and then the horizontal, speed it up. Vertical rate again for automatic gain control grid. You can also switch that to horizontal frequencies and see the horizontal frequencies, I believe. Horizontal rate, automatic gain control, phase detector. Oh, my phase detector has a little gook on the top of it. Phase detector. Now I'm out of focus again. What's that? Vertical rate. What is it? A junction. Okay. 330 volts on that one. Peak to peak. Only 15 volts. Vertical rate. Horizontal rate. Only 15 volts. Phase detector. There's that one choke. The electrolytics seem to be, I don't seem to have a hum, so I think that's behind the chassis. So the only thing I don't like about this book is the bindings. Otherwise, they're very handy. That sucks. Sometimes on some stuff, Admiral or some other things, I can sneak on different pages and look at another schematic and figure out they'll have it out here more or something, but I like these things. Let's see. 150, 60, 70, 80. I have to separate this chassis from here. I'm kind of concerned about the high voltage. It kind of goes in there, crimps around, and the rubber deal insulator is kind of cracked, and yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to get into this for a while. I have other TV sets I'm working on, but I wanted one of these kind. I think I have a feeling these tubes don't last as long when they're horizontally like they are. But you can see the test points in here someplace. But right now, so 150, 60, 70. Just a smidge below 80. Okay, I'm going to shut her off. I don't even know who's playing. I want to get into here quick. Yeah, right. Thought I'd be able to pull this off here. What the hell? Let me pull this off here, get this out of the way. That's hot. Let me see. Get this out of here. Out of my way. Put that up there. Oh. Trump Power SG guitar. Okay, I got that pulled out, set aside. Open this thing up if I can, and get at this. You see the wax. It don't feel hot. Feels fine. Okay, let me see something. These light here. Got this light. I'm going to cut this off because this puts these bars in here that I can't stand. They're usually real yellow, but see, you can see it has. You can see the bar on the back. So I figure if I cut that cage off, I won't have those things driving me nuts when I try to read something. So it's got the big bottle tube, which I like. There's the wax, which I don't like. But it does seem to be, temperature-wise, it seems fine. It feels a little warm, but that's fine. The donut, you know, feels the Vert or whatever this material is, feels lukewarm. I don't think I have to feel that. That's warm, probably from heat rising. So I don't know what could have caused that. Maybe something in the past. There's the circuit breaker. And when I had this running before, I heard a zap, so I imagine there's a spark gap in here. Spark gap someplace. It sounded like the spark gap, but this thing here has to be rebuilt. There it is, right there. Does it say high Q H? I had somebody explain that, what it meant. I don't remember right now. But anyways, that's that deal. Multi-component, 268K resistors, and them other ones, I believe it's 268K resistors. I will look in other photo facts and stuff and see what they actually are. I don't think it's a 68K divided by 2. I think it's 268K resistors. This has a test point, and that one other guy, I guess I don't want to say his name, talks about that fiber on YouTube. Very, 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 very good guy at repairing. This has that metal stuff in when he was talking about the potentiometer cages. This has it on these. I can look at it and see that stuff. So I was trying to figure out, should I snip those out? Yeah, I can see them through the naked eye, those little wire whiskers or whatever they are, but I think what I'll try is a damp rag with something and see if I can wipe this stuff out. It's just on the tube shields. This I didn't see it on anything else. Yeah, it looks a little shiny on there. Could be, I didn't investigate it that much. It does have the ringing coil and a potentiometer for the horizontal hold, which I like. I think that's contrast, and then vertical hold. So I do have vertical troubles. Here's the, I don't think anybody adjusted it, because to get to the vertical you got to reach in through the case, and you got that and that right there. So there's the choke. So I might as well hang up. There's the sound system. Tuner tubes always seem to be bad. This one was bad. The 3G K5 was good. That one was bad. Okay, I guess this is November 1st. I'll debate whether I want to test this. Sometimes I'm afraid to know. So this is it for Beginner's Corner.